Welcome back to Love to Live in the Temecula Valley. I am your host, Catherine Materiali. Today, we're taking a drive through Oakhurst Trail, a small Copper Canyon neighborhood made up of one main street and part of another. It is tucked along the same hillside as several of the other communities I have toured recently. So what makes this one stand out is truly its location. You can walk right to Cole Canyon Elementary and Lower Copper Canyon Park. And one of the streets, the main one, even wraps directly past both. If being close to schools, sports fields, and outdoor space is important to you, this is a neighborhood you will want to see. It also has a handful of really nice floor plans, including one that happens to be one of my favorites in this community. Before we dive in, be sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss out on my weekly driving tours and neighborhood highlights all around West Murrieta and the Temecula Valley. We are going to enter Oakhurst Trail right here at this intersection at the corner of Via Moreno and Via Alisal. And Oakhurst Trail is literally on two streets, Via Alisal and Cloverleaf. It was built by Standard Pacific between 2001 and 2003. And the lots here range from 6,000 to over 14,000, depending on the location. You'll see there's some kind of cool lots here as we go down the street. And obviously the home size, it will impact your yard size as well. So when you come on Via Alisal, right there on the corner is access to Cole Canyon Elementary, which you can see here with the drone. Just past the school, there's a drive there on the left-hand side, just past the drive entrance to kind of do the loop of the front, we call the front loop. There's the access to Lower Copper Canyon Park. And then Via Alisal literally just goes all the way down. I love that little spot there to the right. You can see that little tree. That's, I don't know why, but it's just, I love that that little break is there. Obviously the builder kept that oak tree and, didn't build there. But Via Alisal, you do want to be aware of these homes here that are across from the school. And then I'll show you in a minute a little bit how far down, but understand that during any school events and drop off and pick up and, the kinder, there's early birds and late birds kinder, you are going to have congestion. So just be aware of that. And then as you continue down Via Alisal, you have this little pocket park, which, as I said, in the Upper Sycamore Ranch, I never see anybody using it. I feel like it'd be a great spot to take the dogs and let them, run and play fetch if you want to. It's honestly just kind of an open green space that's just really pretty as you drive down the street. And then that very first street on the right-hand side that we're coming up to, that's Cloverleaf. And when we do the drive down it, I'll explain kind of where it stops, but the Standard Pacific homes do go down most of that street until you get to the break and there's the cul-de-sac. Now, there are 4 different floor plans that the builder built. The first one is 2,731 square feet. It is a 2-story. Actually, all 4 of them are 2 stories. This is not necessarily indicative. I did want to give a sample of what some of these homes look like. But the 2,731 is a 2-story with a 3-car tandem garage, and it's 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. Then the next size up is 3,073 square feet. It is 5 bedrooms, 3 baths with a 3-car tandem garage. And then 3,499 square feet. It is a 5 bedroom, 3 bath with a 3-car tandem. And then my favorite floor plan is 3,687 square feet. It's a 5 and 3 with a 3-car tandem. It is such a cool floor plan. The owner's suite is huge over by the secondary bedrooms on the opposite side of the house, like the front side, there's this great little nook area that's actually a good size. It would be great for schoolwork for the kids or an at-home office. It is open, but it's just a really cool spot. And then it has this giant loft upstairs, and the kitchen is to die for. It's got a butler's pantry. It's literally my favorite floor plan, probably in all of the Leaf Streets and Oakhurst Trail. I really do like some of the floor plans in the Upper Sycamore Ranch, but that is my favorite floor plan. So feel free to pick my brain. But remember, Standard Pacific only built along Via Alisal and then this part of Cloverleaf. So this is Cloverleaf. And from this drone, you'll see there, see that cul-de-sac? That is actually the end of Cloverleaf, but those are Richmond American homes. Those aren't Standard Pacific. That's actually part of another video that I'll be doing here in the next week or so. So that's why I'm looping back around here, because those are technically a completely different, I mean, I don't want to say different neighborhood, but it was by a different builder. So as we head back down Cloverleaf, I'll continue telling you about, I finished telling you about all the different floor plans. Yeah, so you have those 4 different floor plans. Now, let's talk about what I love about this area. Now, and also do notice you do have more cars on the road here. I think I shot this on a Saturday, so you do have more people home. Some days in some streets, you have more cars on the street than others, but I will tell you, there's a great pride of ownership in this neighborhood, and there are some really cool lots. So I'm going to be turning right onto Via Alisal here, which I'm going to show heading down towards the end of the cul-de-sac. And on the right of that drone, you saw these homes here that we're looking at. A lot of these homes back up to that open space, just like Upper Sycamore Ranch, which I told you about. But then I told you also that there's some cool lots here. So look at these 2 homes on the left. They have, they have this kind of shared flag lot driveway. You can see the, I don't want to say shared, but the way that the space is, and it bends to the right. But then look how their home is situated. There's such a great deal of privacy because the back of their home looks towards the side of the home next door. And then they have that open space next to them as well. So there's some kind of cool little lots here. And sorry about the glare on my window. Sunny California, what can I say? We're coming up to the end of the cul-de-sac. These homes back up to Calle del Oso Oro, so you can see it there. There's no pass through there, so you will have a little bit of street noise. Not that this is a really busy road, but you will have some street noise on those homes that are down at the end. But what's really cool is that, you have that end of cul-de-sac, and no one's driving down your cul-de-sac unless they get lost or they're turning around. Or your neighbors living on that street. But this neighborhood just in general, and then I also want to point out too that, so I brought you in up by the school. I didn't do a video leaving this direction, but you can see that left-hand turn that you could take heading up the cul-de-sac. You can actually head out of the neighborhood through the Leaf Streets and get out to Calle del Oso Oro that way. So you have 2 points where you can come in, either at the top by the school, but if you want to avoid traffic times, then you can come in at the bottom of the neighborhood to access Via Alisal or Cloverleaf. So yeah, this is a fantastic neighborhood. My husband and I are running through here constantly. It's just a beautiful part of Copper Canyon. These trees here to the left and right, those are magnolia trees. One of my favorite trees. They smell so good. The big, beautiful white blossoms are just some of my favorites. And when they are in bloom, it's just really, really pretty. A lot of people love to decorate for the holidays. So you see great Christmas lights and Halloween decorations. And this is just, this whole little section of the hill is a great place to bring your kids for trick-or-treating if that's something that you like. And then if you live in this neighborhood, you can see here just from the drive how easy it is. You can walk your kids to school if you have littles or grandkids. And then that drive there to the right that we just passed, that's that park I was telling you about, the Lower Copper Canyon Park. And it's a full sports park. And there's even a fun little creek down there that all of my kids have played at and looked for tadpoles and thrown rocks in it, little stones, and just love to explore. It's a fantastic neighborhood. You do want to be aware of congestion at the top portion of it. You do not experience it at the bottom portion of it. So if that's something that would be of concern, you definitely want to be aware of it. And then from here, you can easily access Calle de los Oro. That was a look at Oakhurst Trail, a small neighborhood tucked into the Copper Canyon hillside with easy, walkable access to Coal Canyon Elementary and Lower Copper Canyon Park. It has a comfortable, established feel, and the floor plans here have been popular for years. If you like the idea of being close to schools, fields, and trails, this is a great one to keep on your radar. I'd love to know what you think about this neighborhood. Comment below and share what stood out to you or what you look for most in a Copper Canyon home. If you're thinking about moving to Murrieta or anywhere in the Temecula Valley, I would love to help you find a home that fits your lifestyle. And make sure to like this video and subscribe so you can follow along with all of my weekly driving tours and neighborhood spotlights. I would love to be your guide for all things Temecula Valley. We'll see you on the next video.